Before you start with your energy simulation, you should check your link and you should check that it is room bounding. This so Revit can identify the spaces. Next, you'll check your location and you'll set it. You can set it to a specific address, or you can just select the city and move the pin around. Make sure that your reports folder path is correct. Under energy settings. And then go ahead and create the energy model. Once the energy model is created, you'll see a 3D view of your building with the analytical spaces. You can double check these spaces with the analytical spaces schedule. I'd also suggest to duplicate the view, rename it to Analytical Surfaces, turn on Analytical Surfaces, so you can double check that the surfaces that Revit will use to compute the loads are correct or are somewhat as expected. Now go ahead, click on System Analysis, and you can start generating your first report. Once your report is finished, go ahead and open it. And here you can see that you'll get an annual overview, monthly overview, and you can also double check your climatic data in the detailed report. The annual report will also allow you to change to loads, where you can get a high-level view of the loads that each space will carry. You can double check your loads compared to the spaces. In this part of the video, we'll review the HVAC system analysis. So go ahead and delete the old energy model. Under View, open the Systems browser and make sure you select Analytical Systems. Go to Create Zone. This will enter into sketch mode. Sketch a line through the spaces. Go ahead, do the same. This time select the square. Sketch the square around the rooms. And go ahead and create the energy analysis model again. Now when you check in the system browser, you'll see that the rooms that we sketched within those lines are included in the HVAC zones. Now we'll create our systems. First we'll create an air system. We'll call this AHU1. We'll select chilled water and hot water for the heating coil. Now we'll create our water systems. Chilled water 1 first. We'll give it a water cooled system, so we'll need condenser water system. And add it to your chilled water system. Now go to your AHU and add the newly created chilled water system. Now we'll create a hot water system. Apply it and go back to AHU1 and apply that one to it. Now that our systems are created and we have no more warning signs, we can go ahead and create our zone equipment. I'll call these VAV1 as variable air volume boxes, and we'll assign it to the AHU1 system. And we'll group the spaces per equipment. You can duplicate this one to create a second one with the same properties. Now go to zones and apply the zone equipment that you want, in this case VAV1 and VAV2. Click apply. Now that we have all our spaces within our zone equipment, we can go ahead and generate our HVAC load reporting. Once it's done, open your HVAC load report and you'll find your VAV equipment there with the total load on it. And you can also check the total system load for your AHU, which in this case will be the two VAVs added together. You can check your design psychometrics. You can also select a detailed view of these numbers and check your system summary. If you want more detailed inputs for your spaces, you can manage these within the Manage tab under MEP setting, Building and Space Types. In this case, for these I'll use an exam treatment room with the standard inputs and change the outside air per person to 15 liters a second. Go back to Analyze Space and apply spaces to the exam rooms. Select the spaces and apply the newly modified space type to it. Now you can go ahead and run the systems analysis again to get a new report.